Here's a psychological answer to this exact question that a lot of men struggle with. Is she flirting with me or just being nice? And to be fair, it's not your fault. Psychology shows us that women are often socialized to be warm, engaging, and accommodating in conversation, even when they're not romantically interested. So it can be difficult to decode what's real and what's just friendly behavior, but there are subtle science-backed signs that make it much easier to tell. The first clue to watch for is emotional expressiveness, especially her smile. From a psychological standpoint, real emotion shows up differently in the face for fake or polite emotion. When a woman is flirting, her smile is often involuntary. It lingers longer, it involves the eyes and softens her whole face. You'll likely see genuine crow's feet at the corner of her eyes, a relaxed jaw, and pupils that slightly dilate. These physiological signs like pupil dilation, they're linked to dopamine and oxytocin, which surge when we're attracted to someone. So yes, if her smile feels warm, involuntary, and is paired with eye contact that lasts longer than normal, she's probably not just being nice. That's biology. So according to research in nonverbal communication, we naturally move closer to the people that we're drawn to, and we keep a little more distance from those that we aren't. If a woman is into you, she'll reduce that distance, even in subtle ways. So she might sit a little closer, angle her knees towards you, or casually touch your arm during a laugh. These aren't just habits, they're subconscious signs of interest. On the other hand, if she maintains physical distance, she avoids unnecessary touch, or she consistently pulls away slightly, those are often signs that her friendliness isn't flirtation. And a third way to tell is by looking at the emotional investment in her conversation style. Is she asking you personal questions? Does she seem genuinely interested in your experiences, your thoughts, your world? Flirting is marked by curiosity, especially when it's focused. And if she's extending the conversation by asking you thoughtful follow-ups, remembering little things that you've said, or teasing you in a light, playful way, there's a strong chance that it is attraction. Psychology calls this reciprocal disclosure, and when we like someone, we're naturally more eager to get to know them. But if the conversation stays surface level or it feels like small talk that doesn't really go anywhere, she might just be being polite. Next, pay attention to how much effort she puts into keeping that interaction going. One of the most reliable signs that she's flirting is her unwillingness to end the conversation. So if you notice that she keeps finding reasons to stay, she lingers at the end of an exchange, or circles back to something that you said earlier, that's often because she's trying to create some more connection. She might compliment you in a personal way, loop in a shared interest, or playfully challenge something that you said just to keep that spark alive. Contrast that with someone who lets the conversation fade naturally, checks their phone, or makes no effort to restart the momentum. That's usually a sign that she's just being friendly. And here's another lesser known but powerful sign. She changes her voice tone, only slightly, not dramatically. Scientific studies on attraction show that both men and women modulate their voice when they're speaking to someone that they're drawn to. For women, this means often a slightly warmer, more expressive vocal tone, but not exaggerated. The key difference is this: when a woman is flirting, she's comfortable using her natural voice while saying something bold, funny, or even a little teasing. If she says something flirty but delivers it in a performative or awkward tone, it might not be genuine interest, it might just be playfulness or politeness. Science here is simple. When someone feels emotionally safe and attracted, their voice becomes consistent and grounded, not overly rehearsed. And finally, here's a behavioral sign that cuts through all the guessing. Body language alignment. If she's into you, her body will orient towards you even when the conversation shifts or the environment changes. Her shoulders stay aligned, her legs point in your direction, and her attention doesn't scatter when others walk by. This is called ventral alignment, and in psychology, it reflects openness and emotional safety. If she keeps breaking alignment, turning away, crossing arms, shifting her body outwards, it means she's ready to exit the interaction. So here's the bottom line. Friendly and flirty can look similar at first glance, but they feel very different when you know what to look for. Flirting is emotionally present, physically oriented, and conversationally curious. If she's checking all those boxes, there's a good chance she's not just being nice, she's signaling something deeper. And when you pick up on it, that's your green light.